Hello, hello, hello. Testing my microphone to see if it's working. Okay, I think it's working. I'm gonna be doing some. I'm gonna be practicing some ethical hacking, and I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna start off with some my go-to tools that I use for gathering intelligence. Without wasting time, I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna show my lab. I'm gonna use the Oracle VirtualBox. The one here is already installed, or like you can go like any browser, Google, and find it on the internet and install it. That's like when you install any software. Once it's installed, and go find a Kali Linux. I'm gonna be using a Kali Linux, and then why? Because it comes with all the tools that I need to do my job. And for a vulnerable server, I'm gonna use a exploitable, and then another I'm gonna be using this other server that given to me from training that I was taking at Hacker House. And let's go. Here you can see I got Kali Linux here, and then I got my Metasploitable, and then I got the other server. But I'm gonna be anyway. I'm gonna be using the Metasploitable. I'm gonna show you guys how to use this other one uh on another tutorial. And let's get started. I already started my Kali Linux is running, and some just I'm gonna be using I'm gonna need my network card to give me the IP address identical to my router, because I want to do some stuff that's gonna need me to have the same IP, because I don't want to have an IP address coming from I don't want an IP address coming from the virtual box. Or I could do better if I don't want to waste time right now, but you can create like call what we call you can create a network inside of VirtualBox. Like usually we do it like this, and then I will come to network, and then here you can create another virtual card. And I don't want to do it right now, uh you're gonna then you're gonna be assigning like other machine, like host only host only adapter. In that way, like machine can communicate to each other without going to my router. But this is my router, and then I think like I know like it's not gonna what I'm gonna be doing is not gonna go out of my router. I'm pretty sure, but I think what I'm gonna be doing is gonna be safe. But if you not sure, I'm gonna advise you to create, like I told you, you come here to create a card, and then you're gonna follow. I can create one just to show you guys. Yeah, you come here. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay, you create that. You come to create there, and then you're gonna be once you create that one, and then you're gonna go to your let's say like this one, and then you go to settings, and instead of connecting you come to network. Instead of having this connected to bridge adapter, when you bridged it, it's gonna have the same IP address as your computer, your physical, your how we call it, your host computer. Like the host is always the one that you're using. The guest is gonna always be The guest is gonna be like those, oh, these VMs, virtual machines. So okay, if I bridged it, it's gonna have the same IP address as my host computer. But that's what I did on those other machines. And if you don't want that, if you want to have your machine communicating with each other uh, without going to your router, you can create your own network inside of VirtualBox. Just like I explained over there, you go to here, you just like I showed you, and then when you comes to this machine, now here you're gonna be giving it like a, it's called a host only adapter. So this is the one that you're gonna be giving it. It's gonna give you a IP address like 192.168 1.56, something like that. It's gonna be something like that. And once you connect it, then if you have your other machine, let's say you're gonna be using the Kali Linux to attack. Sometimes you're gonna be needing like you're gonna need to download some tools that you can use to attack those machines. Then you're gonna have your Kali being on a first adapter, like on a NAT network address translation, and on your second adapter, that's where you're gonna be connecting those other machines. So he can talk, like he can, once you like launch any attack, it's gonna go straight to those VMs without going to a router. And that's the best way I learned it. Like, when I went to a boot camp, that was the way they used to teach us. That was safe. Like, even your IPS, your internet service provider would not complain because there is nothing that's going to be going to your router. So, and that way it's going to be safe for you to do any, you can perform anything without without any worry like that it's going to go to your IPS. So yeah, you connect it to your host only adapter, and then it's gonna be talking connected to your Kali Linux. That way it's safe. By mine, I'm gonna breach my adapter because I know what I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna be safe. I tried it before. I never had any complaint to my IPS. That's what I'm doing. I'm telling you, if you're not sure about what you're gonna be doing, my advice is that you do what I showed you here to do. And I'm gonna cancel this because I'm not going to use this uh the book club. Okay, my machine is already running. Like as always, like when you have your lab you have your lab installed, you try some, like, just to make sure, like you can you've been assigned an IP address, or you can go, you can connect to internet, something like that. Like right here, you're gonna do ifconfig. This command help you to see your IP address, like you can see mine here. And the other thing, since I can see you're already here, I have the same IP address as my host computer because I breached it. Like I said, that was the reason why. And second thing I'm gonna try to do is gonna be I'm gonna try to see if I can connect to internet. I'm gonna ping Google. Uh, it's gonna be a.a.a.a.8. As you can see, it's responding. And then just to cancel to stop this process, because on it's not like on Windows, it will stop by itself, but on a Linux it will go forever. To stop it, you do Control C. Just that simple. And here you can see I did not lose any packets. I sent 18 and received 18 and lost none. And then, the best way to learn cybersecurity for me, I always believe is like hands-on, like especially like stuff like I learned so much about cybersecurity and like hacking. That's where you see some stuff like it's like you can see it here when I went to school I went to school. I took this CIS 100. I don't remember, but I took CIS. I already completed almost 40 credit. I'm still in college right now. I already completed 40 credit. But I remember when I was in school, like stuff like we learn about protocols like ICMP, like the time to leave, like the package and stuff like that. Now, when you do hands-on, you can see all those stuff, like here the TTL, the time to leave, or package and stuff like that. You can see the ICMP, like the ping is always a ICMP is a poor. I forgot the number, but you can see all this stuff, and then that's where it makes sense. It makes sense. It becomes easy. Like it becomes like I don't know. It's just like cyber. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cybersecurity is one of the. I'm gonna say cybersecurity is complicated. Like it's something that is really complicated. Like it's just like take your time. Um, I'm gonna be doing some active information gathering. So I'm gonna be everything I'm doing is gonna be ethics. When I say ethics, I'm not gonna be doing anything illegal here. Uh, there's two ways of gathering intelligence. You can gather intelligence actively and passively. Passively is that when you connect to a Google and then ask the IP address of this website and stuff like that. You can go to other, like a third party to get intelligence from your target and stuff like that. But when you to say active is that you yourself with your machine, you just like I was like here when I ping Google, like it's directly going to Google server, like But this is not gathering intelligence. This was just me trying to see if my computer can connect to internet. And now I'm gonna start some active intelligence gathering. I'm gonna start with simple tools like NSLOOKUP. NSLOOKUP help you to see, like you can see here, NSLOOKUP. Let's say NSLOOKUP Facebook. You can see here. This is now the IP address of Google. This just shows it went to like you can see here. You went to Google to a DNS. Like you gotta always know those stuff like protocol. You can see it went to a DNS server because I can see it from this port 53. And now here you can see the Facebook address. You can see the Facebook IP address here, and this type of like NS lookup will show you like the IP address of the of the website and some stuff like that. You can see, as you can see right here. And now I'm gonna be using another I'm gonna use another thing that comes already installed in Kali Linux. Is a protocol too. I think is a uh is a yeah. Whois is a protocol that operate on a port 43. I can do like Whois just like this. Who is Facebook simply, And this gives you even more like you can, this still legal. There's nothing illegal doing this. And with this, you can go see, as you can see here, gives you like a lot of details here. Like you can see, you can read stuff here. Can it can give you their address and stuff like that, their URL. Uh, Interesting stuff here. Their name server, like you can see their aliases, like you see stuff like that. See a lot of stuff. You can see even the country where it's located, like domain name admin. Like you can see, like this, even their phone number. Like tools like this are very important when you're doing like some active intelligence gathering. Like you get more detail. Like you can see the postal, the zip code, and all that. Like some good stuff here. See some good stuff. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you something. If you don't know how to use if you don't know how to use a tool, you can always find you know you can always find a manual or help just inside of the Kali Linux box. Usually you do some like ns lookup, ns lookup dash h. Let me see if that works. Mm, okay, let's say ns lookup dash. You always do dash help. Oh, here it's like when you like I'm gonna show you how to use this way too. You can use ns lookup like just by itself like this. I'm gonna cancel this. Like you can do ns lookup like this, uh lookup, and then you just use it this way. And then I'm gonna put Google .com like this. See, you can use it this way too. And I forgot, like when you use it like this, hold on, you can use NS lookup like this and then pull some stuff. You can ask for a style of authority or like something like that. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna show you guys even later. But I was trying like always like when you have a prompt like this, you do Control C and you can and I was trying like okay NS lookup man. I don't know why it's not working. Hold on. NS lookup. NS lookup help. I don't know why it's not working for this tool, but I'm gonna show you with some of the tool. Let's use another. There's another tool called WhatWeb. You can gather information with that one too. You write mm, WhatWeb and like I can put WhatWeb man. Hmm. Okay. what what web uh dash h. Yep, you see, every time when you don't know how to use a tool, you can still find how like information how to use a tool inside of the box itself, just like I show you here. You see, you can learn how to use a tool this way too. And I'm gonna do I'm gonna show you how to use this tool. You can gather some information with this tool, like I can do what web. mm, what web, let's do facebook.com. Okay, here is done. Like you can see stuff like information here. Let's read like what we found with this tool. What I'm doing here is still legal, but I'm gonna show you this tool has a way that you can use it that can be illegal. That you can use what I'm gonna be when I'm gonna be using the tool here. I'm gonna be using on my own network, so I'm gonna be using and I'm gonna show you when it's illegal to use this what web. And here, let's just read what it gave us. Move to permanently country Ireland. Uh, HTTP server, proxygen, vault, IP, redirection, Facebook, and stuff like that. Permanently country Ireland. Mm, so you can get some, interesting stuff using tool this way. And now I'm gonna go back here and then read just like because I wanna see how some of the stuff how to use this tool. Like you can use a verbose like output. Um, so going. Sorry, I'm listening to music like my headphones because I get sometimes bored when I'm working on a computer like this, and then when I have some little music, since I'm recording this, I can just have music playing like this, and that's what I'm having on my headphones. So, yep. Mm, yeah, you see what I was looking here? Aggressive. You can use this. Let me read here. If a level 1 plugin is matched, additional requests will be made. Like this. When you use like a aggressive, let's read here. All the time, like I told you, you can read and then just give more information on how to use the tool. Like let's read here. The aggression level control the trade-off between speed, stealth, and reliability. Sorry. Yeah, make plugins. Yep. If you start using the aggression level 3, that's you can only use on the targets that you have a permission. Like like I said, I'm gonna be using that on my own stuff. Like it's still legal, but don't go use what way the way I'm going to use it, like uh on a machine that you don't have a permission. I'm gonna do what web. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna put a range of IP address for that to check. I'm gonna do 192.168. Okay, like you can see here, because I've done it before. Yeah, when you do like this, like so, my network, my so what I'm gonna say, this is my when you have a private. This is not an IP address, my public, because I can show you my IP address on a if I do like on this computer IP config, my IP address that's gonna show here is gonna be different than if I was going on a Google and then ask Google what is my IP address. It's gonna I'm gonna have a different public IP address. So this is already I already saw on my like router. I did like my IP address range. Um, already see. So like I want this to check for everything that's on my network. Yep. This is gonna take time. Like the V is verbose. This is gonna take a time. It's gonna take a long time to finish. Let's be patient. Wow, what's going on? Expire. Let me see why it's not working. Let me see my IP address. Config. Okay, I think I'm gonna do. Okay, you can go. If you can use the up arrow and then the down arrow to go back uh to some command that you tapped before. Let me pull 204 here because I see the range of like my IPs. Let me pull 204 here and then let's see if this way is gonna work. Okay, and here same thing, 204, and then aggression level 3. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh yeah, it's working. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see, this is more details. I look I like using it this way because it's more like section, like every section, and then like it's easy to read this way. Okay, let's go read, and you can see here, as you can see, this is stuff that I'm not gonna be publishing on it. It's just gonna be like for uh, I'm gonna have it in my Google Drive if I was looking for a job. So just gonna be just like showing the trying this is gonna be just a demo for me. Here as you can see, wow. Okay. The 200 flag is the yeah like the 200 flag, the 404 404 is like doesn't exist and stuff like that. This is like uh, I forgot flags. Like here you can see it worked. You can see the Sonic. mm, Let me go down a little bit. Okay, script Sonic server. Mm, mm. Just plug it also to the operating system from the server. Like this tool. What I was telling you guys not to use it on machine that you don't have the permission because this can identify the software that's running on the server, the remote server, and stuff like that. Like here you can read you fail to identify the OS that's running on the server, like stuff like that. That's why this tool you gotta be careful when you're using a tool like this one, stuff like that. Because he can reveal stuff like the Apache and stuff like that. Uh, this, if you're doing that to a machine that you don't have a permission, that's a threat. Like they will try to see. It's gonna look like you trying to get some like just trying to get intelligence, and that's illegal. Okay, I'm gonna another tool, or let me see. Okay, I see why. Here you can see the network wasn't unreachable. Mm, let me see. Okay, let me try this command by itself on my. Okay, I just want to show you guys how you can use it so you can reveal some stuff. Like you can go back here. I'm gonna I'm gonna delete all this here, and I'm gonna skip do it on my Metasploitable. The IP address is 36 here, and let's see. Okay, here as you can see, this time it worked. And you can see like you can even see that it gives the name is Metasploitable 2 is a Linux, like that's why I was telling you guys not to use this on a machine that you don't have a permission because this can show some like even you can see web dev, like when you can see stuff like the PHP version, stuff like this, like you gotta be careful when you see the PHP version like this. Apache, like I told you, you see these, you should not be doing this on a machine that you don't have a permission. Uh, you can see the version, like stuff like this is illegal. Like you can like I told you, like you can't even find the OS, the operating system that's running on the remote machine. Like stuff like this. Apache version, they're like these are very illegal stuff that you can't use on the like you gotta have a permission to do this on the server. You see, you can see the web dev. Um, you see? Yeah, we still. This is what we call a intelligence. This is active because um I'm talking to the server directly. This is a this is a I'm gonna find some of the tools that I can show you guys. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna show you guys another way to with these same tools. Like you can even sometimes when you're getting error, you can you can tell the tool not to print some error and stuff like that, and you can print the result into a file that you can present like you if you're working for a company and stuff like that. You can do dash dash no error. I think it's gonna be dash dash no. I think it was dash dash no error like this. Oh, okay. Mm, like this, and so this is gonna be version. The V here is gonna be version. Now I'm gonna do a verbose dash dash verbose, and it's gonna be first log mm, dash. Mm-mm. It's gonna be log verbose. Um, and then you're gonna pull like you're gonna pull the result. Like let's say a result, something like this. I think. I'm gonna just do for one machine. I'm gonna be 36 here. Just being what the well, what's wrong with this command? Aggression level 3, dash version dash no error. Mm, I think here. Uh, Another way like of using a web web is just like you can print like you can do this. You can tell it to not to print errors and then log verbs like here it's telling it to send a result of the whatever the result in a file. The in a file I can put because I think I've done this before, so I don't like I'm telling it to print and to send the whatever the result in that file. Then I'm gonna wait for that to scan. Sorry. Okay. Well, no legend. Okay, it's done. And now to see the file, I think I can do ls here. List is gonna be somewhere. Mm, yeah, that's another way to use that. I'm gonna find another tool that we can I can show how to use some of the tools. Wow, I can see here in my files stuff that I created. Let me read some of them, like here. Well, like some of the stuff you just like I used to create them when I was learning how to do all this stuff. Okay, this is when I like save an IP address of a target and stuff like that. Mail server.txt. Let me see what is this. I can mail server.txt. Let me see what's inside. Okay, that's some details when I'm hacking and when I get something, I just save it somewhere. Maybe I can use it. That's how usually. That's how I'm gonna say it. Uh, that's just my flow. Like when I'm working on some hacking, everything that I get just like that's interesting, and I try to save it somewhere. Like it's just like I take it like a copy and then I paste it the text just in the computer. Like there's a lot of stuff of me, my lot of my stuff like that on my computer. And then I'll just remember something else that you can like this too. Host google.com. Yeah, this one. Uh, you can see Google has an address of like that, and then Google has an IPv6 address of this. And Google Mail is handled by 10. Wow, the simple mail transfer protocol, like stuff like this, or like little, like all those techniques, little tools like this, like can help you to do the work. And then I remember even always when I was in a boot camp, we used to use always, and then we're gonna do dash. Let me remember the other technique. H and always da Aaron da da net, and then I think this was the IP address 216 da 58 that 215, that 238. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You see? These two, like, this is how you can use to who is. And this you can use who is in that way too. Like you can see here. Wow, 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 wow. You see, these two can give even much more like more info. We can use the who is that way too. Uh this is just like I think I found the internal IP address and stuff like that, and then trying just to dig up for more information. And yep, all this like is just techniques I'm giving you guys. And we're gonna use another tool that's called a Fierce. Or let's use um I'm gonna use yeah, let's use Fierce. Okay, I'm gonna use a tool called I think that one's gonna ask me to be a root user. I'm gonna do sudo fierce, I think like this, dash DNS uh google.com and dash I'm gonna put the thread. The thread is like how many results that you wanted to give you. Like you can specify the thread that you want. I'm gonna put if you put 100 it's gonna go forever. I'm gonna put 10 and then I'm gonna output the result. I'm gonna do dash file and slash. I'm gonna specify where I want it to copy the root and I'm gonna do desktop. Desktop is gonna be with D capital. I think it's case sensitive. Desktop slash and then I'm gonna name my file. Let me say Google uh Google info that that txt. I guess I can put that txt. Yeah, that txt, and then my password. Uh, this tool will be giving me always a hard time to use it. Let me put fierce, fierce, dash h. See, domain. Just like I told you guys, so when you don't know how to use a file, uh, uh, a tool, just go on a man page or the help page. You're gonna learn how to use it. I think where I did a mistake is that here. He says dash server dash DNS dash server. Then I put dash DNS file. Use the server specified in this file for serve reserves lookup. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let me read the error here. Why it did not work? Okay. I'm gonna do dash server like this. And I think this time it's gonna work. No, I'm gonna. This tool will be giving me always like sometimes it works, sometimes okay. I'm gonna show you guys the other tool, the harvester. Um, you can use it just like this way I used it. And here I'm gonna read this for you guys. Uh, the the dash D, you're gonna specify the website that you wanna get information from. And dash B, usually you specify the source or you want it to get info like sometimes when you're using you can use a Bing, you can use a Google, you can use so many you can use so many source, but this time I'm gonna just say any source. Okay, we got some results, some interesting results. Yeah. Um. The most of the time, these two will be don't get something, but this time I'm surprised. Like um. Wow, 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 wow. Uh, I'm not a bad hacker. Uh, usually I'm gonna show you guys something here. Usually, like these tools, like has some APIs that if you wanna, like if you were an analyst and stuff like that, you pay for the APIs and stuff like that. But mm, as we're using it for free, that's why I was saying that those stuff are missing and stuff like that. Um, um, here, like usually, some people, like some bad hacker, IP address like this one, they will like they will copy this, and then that's where you get some, uh, like IP like this one can be used to attack. Yeah, can be used to attack and stuff like that. I can see some emails here. Email can be used for like phishing and stuff like that. And then IP address would be more like you see like like I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not gonna use like to attack them or anything, but these that's where like when you gather information stuff like that. Usually stuff like this you take it and you do I do Control Shift C, and then I'm gonna open another terminal somewhere here, and then I'm gonna have something like I wanna maybe say CD desktop like this, and I'm in my desktop. I'm gonna do maybe I'm gonna do hmm, hmm, where I was. Yeah. Like after my average start is down, usually like if you're like you collect IP stuff like this, you collect them because you're gathering intelligence. Like an IP like this one here can do like this to copy the clipboard, but usually me I love doing just like shortcuts like Control Shift C that should copy on the Linux. On the Windows is Control C, Control V. On the Linux is like you gotta add the shift, and then I'll go here on the uh, desktop here. I'll create a file with let's say touch. You can do the nano. You can do a V text editor, but usually I do touch. Mm, and then I'm gonna call it maybe IPs one, something like that, because I'm just putting one because I don't know, because usually that's what I do. Like when I'm doing some exercise, I might have a file with that name, and then that's an empty file. I'm gonna do ls is right there, and now to send stuff inside, we're gonna do another command that's called um another command that's called um, starts to create cuts to read um, okay, I'm gonna create another file that's called okay, it's right there. I'm gonna do echo, and then I'm gonna uh you see I already have like usually that's what I do. And I'm gonna do echo, and then I'm gonna like usually this was a software version, and then I send it on the notes. That's how I work like usually. Uh, I do like that, and then I'm gonna do Control V, the IP address. This is way too much. Uh, I'm not gonna do it this way. Usually, I'm gonna delete it. Uh, like IP address like this, you do this arrow here, and then I type the IP one, and then it goes inside. What? Okay. Mm, think like this. Comment my phone. How you doing? Let me do something real quick. Echo. Let me say Saturday, and then I want to send it into that file. I let's see. Now let's do cat IP. It's right there. Oh, now work. I want to try something. What about Or if you do echo, and then maybe let me create a Saturday in a file too. This way I don't have to do those other stuff. ls. Yeah, that way it's easy. So you don't have to create again a echo or touch. You know, sometimes when you're working on the Linux, just try, like, you learn by trying stuff. Like, don't be scared by, this just on your own stuff. Not like your work and then you're trying stuff like this. No. You can learn by, like, some of the stuff when you have a base already on how to use something, the rest is yourself. Like, just like I did right there. I just, like, instead of going echo, touch this and that, like, you can use just one tool and then you get everything one time. You don't have to create the file and then you create, like, you can have the things that you're going to write in your file and create them in the one command. I think it worked for me. Let's see if I think it's inside. You want two? It's right there. It's not. You don't always have to, like, uh, like usually that's how I was showing you guys. Mm. If you have those IP address, you can copy them and then into a file. That's how usually I do. That's how, like, when you're conducting research, information gathering, that's what you do. And these emails right here, that's what, like, bad hacker will use them for. Like, they will use them for phishing email stuff like this. 95. You got 95 for that website. 95 email address. See, you got 95 email address. That's a lot of email address. All this still email. Uh-oh. You can even find host computers. These are internal computers too. And you see here, like, you got details. Email 95 email address found, and 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 host found 238. Like, you see in their IP address, like, you got a lot of targets. I mean, I'm a good hacker. Like I never learned this stuff, or, like, I went to school and then I spent a lot of money to learn, so I can be a good hacker, so I can protect. But these are just techniques that we learn it, like in school. That's how bad hacker use. Just like this, just like we do. They get these infos, like, like you see here. They will use them to do anything they want. Like some attack that I will show you guys later. The information like this one here. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys some other tools. You can sometimes when you don't have a tool, you can go even on GitHub and then clone some other tools that you can find on GitHub. You can just type information gathering tools GitHub. You're gonna find much more on GitHub. And once you find them, I'm gonna show you, like, in one example how to do it.